that's what I like to do. I like to be in the vineyards, and Arnold Kennedy also, the dog, likes to be in the vineyard, and we believe everything starts in the vineyard. But you know, it sounds like kind of a broken record here. I know you know wine, so and that's the same kind of stage every time. That's true. It's starting the bottom line. It's starting the vineyard here. So we are trying to we are working very hard on the foundation, and our foundation is our topsoil and our subsoil, and we are trying to create a synergy between the land and the vineyard, and between the dirt and the vines. I like to use that analogy. Basically, I want my vines to make love to the dirt and vice versa. And so we've been trying, we've been working very hard on this, creating this harmony, this synergy. And then since we planted the vineyard, I never used herbicide or pesticide. We were growing with organic model without actually having the need to become certified organic. This is more like a state of mind, actually, like a marketing trick or gimmick or anything like that. And then so that's where we were in 1996-97 when I started farming here in the Walla Walla Valley. And back to school when I was in 1989, when I was in Beaune, I was reading La Revue des Vins de France, which is the equivalent of the Wine Spectator. And there was that wonderful article about Nicolas Joly and La Coulée de Seran and Anne-Claude Leflèvre and the avant-gardist, the new way of farming, which is called, for them, that's biodynamic. And I got very, very intrigued about this article. And Anne-Claude Leflèvre lives in Puligny-Montrachet. She's working with some of the greatest Chardonnay vineyard in the world, in both Puligny and Chassagne and Montrachet. So I had the chance to go over there and taste the wines, blind, side by side, like for instance, Les Pucelles or Les Folatières, side by side, conventional versus vineyards that were already like in a transition of biodynamic. And after 3 years of biodynamic farming, that was like pretty obvious that actually there was something going on there. The wines were like very transparent, with a lot of personality, precision, minerality that were not in a conventional farming. And that's I knew that when I will have my own vineyards, I will have at some point to be farmed with biodynamic techniques. So I farmed here at Cayuse until 2002 with organic principles, and I was going to go back to France and hire a consultant over there and talk with Monsieur Bourguignon, who is a soil scientist, and some other kind of like biodynamic guru over there, because I knew I needed the expertise, I needed like the help. Like a kid, I needed to be all by the hand, and for that very long journey, because you can read Rudolf Steiner, for days, for months, for years. It's so intense there that sometimes it's very, very hard to understand.
Very dry.
And I'm just like, I've been reading Rudolf Steiner, Le Cours aux Agriculteurs, the course of agriculture, and since 2002. I read it like 4 or 5 times right now, no more than 10 pages at the time, because otherwise you fell asleep. and I don't even feel like I've just barely scratched the surface of what's going on, that inner world of what's biodynamic. So anyway, I was ready to actually make the move there, go back to France and hire a consultant. And then a beautiful day of July 2002, on my desk there was that big brown envelope, Christophe Baron, Cayuse Vineyards, and I open it, and here it is, letterhead, Philippe Armenier, Domaine de Marcoux, Châteauneuf-du-Pape, and introduction later, like Philippe, you know, his history, where he's from, and he recently moved to Santa Rosa and became a consultant in biodynamic. Philippe was the first one in Châteauneuf-du-Pape to turn Domaine Marcoux, and I'm sure a lot of who knows Marcoux. A lot of people, I'm sure, knows Marcoux. Yeah, so he was the first one there back in 1988, and then he sold his shares to his sisters and moved around the world, and was hired by a big winery in California. After 1 year of biodynamic, they decided that it was not quick enough for them. You know, they could not see the result. All they could see is the bottom line. It was very expensive, but no result. So they fired him. So he was on his own, and he started his consultant firm, and this is pretty much the best thing that could have happened to Cayuse, actually. So for the first 3 years, he came every month, once a month, you know, for a day and a half to teach me biodynamic, to teach me the principle of anthroposophy, and what's behind that. Because once you put the finger, the pinky, you know, in a gears, I mean, you are there. I mean, this is for life. This is beautiful. This is a journey for life. And yeah, it's very challenging, and you learn every day. And you know, it's great. It's like with biodynamic, I'm, you know, a post-impressionist and an impressionist at the same time. You know, I mean, the post-impressionist, they were like, the pre-impressionist, you know, were very focused on the details, and there's a lot of detail focusing in biodynamic, and that's what I call actually the preparation and what we do. And then with the impressionists, it's like those painters and artists were actually focused on the form. And I think that's what we are. We need the form, and we need to focus on the detail. So we need both, actually. We need the frame, and we need the colors. So that's what we've been doing since 2003, and it seems to work pretty well for us.